Figures of Action here, and we are live today taking a look at the new exclusives of the Vision and Scarlet Witch 2-pack, which is exclusive to Toys R Us, and the
Target.
Marvel Select. Target's not here. They're not represented today. The Disney Store exclusive Marvel Select Thanos action figure.
And,
Target.
and
Target's not here today.
and I like penguins.
Nothing from Target. All right.
Can I show them something?
Quickly.
So you guys know Pongo from a couple videos ago. Pongo had two babies. This one.
We got penguins.
Yes, this one is Katie, and this one's Vera.
Very nice. The Vision and Scarlet Witch 2-pack, which has been hitting Toys R Us stores kind of randomly, I guess. I don't know if they ever hit my local store. I sure couldn't find them. A friend of mine that lives outside of my area actually found one at the Toys R Us closest to him. Many miles from my house. I've never even been to that Toys R Us, I don't think.
Like 500 million videos away.
No, it's like a good hour away.
No,
But the closest Toys R Us to here is like 15 minutes, so
Yeah.
it's a big difference.
Which is closing.
Yeah, they're all closing. Unless the guy that makes LOL Surprise and Bratz dolls and Little Tykes, he's offering up like close to $1 billion to buy 300 of the remaining Toys R Us stores. Toys R Us is getting ready to close 800 stores, and this guy has put up close to $1 billion to purchase 300 stores in the U.S. and Canada. It's kind of a last-minute, last-ditch surprise effort. I don't know if it'll work, but if it does, I don't know if they'll still have Marvel Legends. Can you not interrupt? Just hang on. Hold your question. I don't know if they will still have Toys R Us will have Marvel Legends exclusives if this guy Isaac Larkin, is that his name?
Yeah.
If he ends up getting control of the Toys R Us stores, I don't know that they will have anything besides LOL Surprise and Bratz and Little Tykes. What was your question?
I was gonna ask. I forgot what my question was. Okay.
LOL Surprise or us? Bratz or us?
No.
MGA Entertainment or us?
I was gonna ask them. Can they force my dad to let me use his staircase for my little penguins to stay in?
They cannot.
No.
I'm grown, and I don't do anything I don't want to do.
No,
So-
no, you guys force them.
We'll talk about it later.
No,
No,
force,
no, hey,
force them
hey.
to use my staircase.
We're gonna look at the figures.
Now we're gonna look at my penguins.
The people are not tuning in for the penguins.
Yes, they are.
If you're showing them penguins, it's because I let you. But right now, we're gonna talk about the figures.
And then after that, I'll do a mini review on.
I'll think about it.
No, I will.
So the Marvel
Like
Legends.
Thanos.
If you interrupt one more time, you're out, and I'll do this by myself.
Oh.
You're about to get fired. You're so close. It's your last chance. So I wasn't able to pick up the Vision and Scarlet Witch 2-pack, but a friend of mine was at a different Toys R Us than the one that I shop at.
Cool.
And different, further away than the ones that I call hoping to find stuff sometimes. So let's take a look. We'll start with Vision, because we have not had a Marvel Cinematic Universe Vision before. So kind of a big deal, and kind of out of focus.
Where's the bootleg?
Oh, we'll compare in a minute. The Vision is very, very well sculpted and detailed. Not only do you have all the details there on his suit, on his head, you have lots of questions. You also have the detailing on the cape. The cape is also sculpted. It appears to be connected to the piece on his chest, and it looks like it's got a peg holding it in. We'll take a closer look here in a minute. But the sculpting and detail, the paint on this Vision is just fantastic. Waited a long time to get a Marvel Cinematic Universe Vision since Age of Ultron came out, I think. So we've been waiting a long time for this. He came with 2 open hands and 2 fist hands. Those were his only accessory. Looks like they spent a lot of money on getting this figure produced. So for the second figure, we see this sometimes with the 2 packs. We have a newer, updated version of the Scarlet Witch from the Abomination Wave. Mostly the same, and I'll compare those here in a minute, but the effects are
I have a
different.
question.
You need to hang on. The effects are different, and the head sculpt is different. It's the new 3D printing or face printing or whatever it is technology that they've been using for a while now. I believe Gamora from the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 was the first figure to utilize this technology for Hasbro, according to a interview with Dwight Stahl from SDCC last year. Did you have a question?
I was wondering, when you compare the bootleg to that one, can I choose which one that I like more of him, Vision, and also Scarlet Witch?
You can.
Yay.
The Scarlet Witch.
Wait, are you using your bootleg or mine?
I'm gonna use everything you see on this counter.
Wow.
In time. In time.
Wow.
So the effects are different on the Scarlet Witch. She's got the. You okay?
Yeah.
She's got the soft plastic or rubber effects that we saw with. They're similar to the ones that we've seen with Guardians of the Galaxy, Yondu, and or actually that one was plastic. This is more rubber, like the Thor Valkyrie 2-pack lightning effect, and they just wrap over her hands so that she can do the witchy things. The head sculpt is just amazing. The no, don't do that. This is the Abomination Wave one, and you can see the huge difference in the head sculpt. The rest of the figure is mostly the same, but this new head sculpt is pretty amazing. It looks a lot. I'm trying to move those for the Instagram people. Yeah, the new head sculpt is just amazing and looks a lot more like the actress than the Abomination Wave one.
This is what she was doing. He was.
All right.
Now can I tell them which
Nope,
one I like
nope,
more?
nope. I will let you know when it's time. So, the Vision, the Scarlet Witch is articulated just like the last Scarlet Witch. The only real difference is the head and maybe some very subtle paint differences. The Vision has all the standard Marvel Legends articulation. He has the ankle pivot even.
And also
And
maybe the inches.
He's got some pretty big, yeah, we will. He's got some pretty big ankles because of the way the boots are designed. But
I just know something.
I know, you need to hang on. I don't hold that against him. I think that that's still okay. I think that the cape does come off. I think it's,
The cape reminds me.
yeah, there is a peg there. We're going to see if we can take that cape off just to see if it'll come off. Because I know that a lot of people haven't found this yet and they're going to be
The back
wondering.
of the cape kind of looks like a fruit roll up, just a little bit.
So we got the head off of there, and you can see the detailing
He
on the
looks like
head.
a cyborg.
Well, he's part man and part machine. Actually, he's synthetic, actually. He's not actually human. You can see all the nice detailing there on the neck. And we're going to see if we can get this cape off of here. It's pegged in the back, but it also goes over onto his chest for that symbol that he has there. We're going to see how easy it is to take this off just to get a look at it. And it is not easy to get off at all. Let me see. Maybe there's a different way.
This is a golden string.
Nope. The cape doesn't want to come off, and I don't want to force it because I'm not going to break Vision's cape when this is so hard to find right now.
My hands are the loading screen.
All right. So no, we're not taking the cape off. If somebody else wants to take the cape off of their Vision figure, y'all go right ahead. We're not going to be taking the cape off of this one. I did want to take a look at the box art real quick because it's pretty awesome. And then we're going to compare the Vision and Scarlet Witch to some other Visions and Scarlet Witches. Here's Let me see if I can get them out of the way.
No, can I
So I
tell
could-
them which one I like more?
No, because we haven't seen the other ones yet. You gotta wait. They don't know. All right, there's the Scarlet Witch box art from the side, and here is the Vision box art from the side of the box. All right, you've got the Avengers symbol there, like the rest of the Infinity War figures. That background, and we'll take a closer look at some other versions. So you saw, let me put Vision over here. So you saw
String.
the Scarlet Witch and the other Scarlet Witch. So we've got the 2-pack Scarlet Witch and the Abomination Wave Scarlet Witch there. We also have a bootleg Scarlet Witch from China. And the reason that we have a bootleg Scarlet Witch from China is because she's missing a leg, so I had to put a Koye leg on her for the meantime.
Yeah, because
the reason that we have
my
that.
legs broke off.
The reason that we have.
Not my legs.
Oh my
God!
God! Shh. The reason that we have the bootleg Scarlet Witch is because she was packaged with the bootleg Vision from China. A lot of you may have seen this figure before. I know a lot of people ended up getting this back when there was not a Marvel Legends Vision, or anybody else had really made an MCU Vision apart from Hot Toys. So she came with him. And here's a comparison of the two Vision figures. You've got the bootleg from China, and then the Marvel Legends one. And the Marvel Legends one way better than the knockoff one from China. But the knockoff one from China was the only one that we had this size for a long time. He's more of a. He is a bootleg. He's more of a Marvel Select version, in size than the Marvel Legends version. So if any of y'all are curious about that, yeah, he's quite a bit taller. The Scarlet Witch figures are all about the same size. An interesting thing about the knockoff Scarlet Witch from China is that she has double jointed elbows. She doesn't have a lot of other useful articulation apart from the, she's got less articulation than the Legends, but she does have double jointed elbows. All right, now let's take a look at how tall Tell them what?
Tell them which one do I like more from the Vision.
Which one do you like more from the Vision?
I like the knockoff one.
You really like the knockoff one? Huh.
But I like the new Scarlet Witch better than the knockoff.
The new Scarlet Witch is much better looking.
Because I don't like the knockoff eyes. They're like, this is what her eyes look like. Look, Dada. Look, this is what her eyes are like. I don't like her eyes.
I can't get it to focus.
Hey,
I don't think.
Get on and show the YouTube people. YouTube can see.
I did.
YouTube blind.
I'm trying to get these figures back enough for the people on Instagram to see. Okay, you want to take a look at how tall they are real quick, and then we will talk about Thanos.
And then my penguins.
All right. Vision is
about 6 inches.
Scarlet Witch is
about 6 inches.
Just over 5.5, looks like. All right.
Hey, do you want me to punch you in the face, bro?
These are Vision's alternate hands. The other open hand and the other fist hand.
And also then wrapping her
Since
face.
you've probably seen the Abomination Wave Scarlet Witch before, even if you didn't have one, we're going to skip over that. And we'll look at some of these amazing details that Vision has on his boots, on his gloves, and that incredible head sculpt done. Pretty awesome 2-pack. Even if you already had Scarlet Witch before, the Scarlet Witch is new and improved. And now we're going to take a look at the Marvel Select Thanos. I think that this is a great figure. It's a Disney Store exclusive here in the United States. I don't know about overseas. If it's a Disney exclusive, it may be. I think he popped up in England first, and then he started showing up here. So he's got you got lots of questions.
I remember my question that I was going to ask at the beginning of the video. Are they still leaving all the Toy Roscoe's in England?
No, they're the first to close. In fact, they're almost completely out of business now in England. Here's a look at the box art there on the side.
I wish they left at least some countries.
The Marvel Select Thanos is pretty
Tall.
awesome. No, he's not pretty tall. He's actually shorter than most Marvel Select bigger scale figures. And we'll do some.
Let's compare him to my friend.
It's not time for that. We'll do some comparisons here in a minute. The sculpt and paint on this guy is just amazing. Really, really menacing looking, and all the details are just incredible. I haven't had a Marvel Select figure in a long time, and I've got to say their articulations come a long way. He's got single elbows, but double knees.
Sorry if you guys hear some computer noise because I'm playing on my computer.
You better not. Better not hear any computer noises interrupting my videos. One thing about Thanos, if you thought you were going to put him on a throne, he can't sit. Just like the other Thanos action figures that I have, none of them can sit down. Not properly. You get a nice throne and stand him next to it, like he just got up, but can't really sit him on a throne. Something I did find yesterday while taking some pictures of Thanos next to a throne, I bent one of his ankles because they've got a joint there, and they've got a really nice ankle pivot. But moving the ankle forward and backward, I got some pretty horrible paint rub there. Pretty awful. And I'm going to hit up Diamond Select Toys on Twitter and see if there's something they want to do about that. Because paid $25 plus tax for one of their action figures at the Disney store, and I've got just paint rub. And yeah, I could take him back and exchange him if they had any more, which they probably don't. But I can almost guarantee you the same thing would happen on a replacement figure. So I don't really want a replacement figure. I just want something to make up for the fact that this amazing figure's got this horrible paint rub on his ankles. So it looks like crap. Apart from that, the sculpt on this guy is fantastic. All the little details, the paint apps are pretty much amazing. There's only one little spot of gold paint here on the upper thigh. So everything else is pretty amazing. He does make a lot of noise when you move his joints for the first time, but that's just the plastic. I didn't experience any breakage anywhere or anything. The glove is pretty awesome. The way that the glove is done and the paint on it, it does look a lot better than the Marvel Legends one. And I've got all the Thanos here on the shelf so we can compare them. One thing I did want to show you is the alternate head that he comes with. It's not wearing the armor. It's just a bald John Malkovich looking head. So I'll show you what he looks like with that. It's a bit tighter and a bit harder to get on than the other one. Because I had trouble when I did this yesterday. All right, there it goes. And that look almost looks more menacing than just the grin with the helmet on. It's a bit creepier, I thought.
Creepier?
Yeah, it's like more creepier. Yeah.
Pretty much. I like that one.
So he's got some really, really good details, and he's a really solid, heavy figure, great looking figure. The only flaw I can find at all with this guy, I can't really count not being able to sit down against him because none of them can sit down. But that paint rub on the ankles just really, really gets me with a brand new figure straight out of the box. He's got this awful paint rub. So if I could take anything back, if I could change anything about the figure, not really taking anything back, but it would be that paint rub. So like I said, I'll contact DST and see what they have to say about that. Probably nothing. I'm probably just stuck out unless I want to take it back and not get another one because I'm not going to be able to find another one. So let's take a look at this guy next to all the other Thanos. We'll compare them real quick. So here's the new Marvel Select. Here's the Build-A-Figure from the recently put out Build-A-Figure wave, which should be in stores now. So the Select version is actually smaller than the Build-A-Figure, which is not usually the case. The Diamond Select figures are usually bigger, especially the characters that are bigger. They're usually absolutely huge compared to Legends, the Hulks, and bless you, the Hulks and whatnot are usually pretty big. But this guy's actually smaller than the Build-A-Figure. And he's much more in scale with the Legends comic Build-A-Figure. He's only slightly bigger than him. So, and the exclusive as well. The new Walmart exclusive, almost the same size. So, there's that. So, the Diamond Select, the Marvel Select, Thanos blows the rest of these away in sculpt and detail. He's even more sculpted and detailed than the Build-A-Figure. And for those of you wondering, because I've had some people ask, these you can put the Diamond Select head on there, but it's loose. It doesn't fit right, and it's a completely different color. But I have had some people ask if the Marvel Select head will fit on the new Build-A-Figure.
I have a question.
You got lots of questions, and it does fit on there. It just the paint doesn't match.
Yeah.
So you got that. Now, oh, there's something. Again, it doesn't fit. The heads are not, without some kind of mod, they don't easily fit on there. If I push that head down, it might fit on there, but doesn't quite look right. There's a mismatch of styles there and level of detail. So, in case y'all were wondering, loudly, what is your question?
I was wondering if I could show them my character that I made at .com on my computer.
How are you gonna get that in front of the cameras without? What? That looks like some. Well, I don't want to spoil it for them. I don't know how you're gonna show that to them. You can try.
Hopefully it's not copyright.
I don't think it is. It looks very much in the style of Adventure Time.
It does.
I did.
That's because it's called.
I'm almost done. I want to show them one more thing. I want to show. I said I'm almost done. I'm almost done. No. I want to show them one more thing. It's a Black Series Snoke Star Wars throne, and
You can sit on it.
but he can't sit down. Okay, so anybody that thought that they were going to use this for their Thanos throne, this Thanos, like all the other Thanos, his articulation or lack thereof prevents him from sitting down. That's about the best you're going to get out of this guy. So, because he can't really sit, he can go forward about that much. So, he can't sit on it. The Marvel Legends ones can bend over a bit more, but they can't really sit on it either because they're too big for it. They can't really sit down. If you really mess with it, really, I think the best thing you can do is to stand him up in front of the throne, maybe with one leg on the step, like he just got up. But this guy can, the movie one can sit, but he's too big for it. He's too big for the throne. So
only if he was just a little bit skinnier, then it would be perfect.
yeah, I think that
and he was a Marvel one, that'd be perfect.
That throne is that throne is better for 6-inch figures. It is too small for your Thanos, unless you've got the Marvel Universe one. The Marvel Universe one might fit on it, maybe.
Maybe.
That's a 3 3/4 figure.
If you have it and you have that throne, you could try it and then you could tell us.
Can we get a look at how tall Thanos is real quick?
Hold the roar.
Sure.
I can already tell. About 7.
Just over 7 and just under 7.5 inches tall. Just a little shorter than the Build-A-Figure. So this has been a quick, but not too quick look at the new Vision, Scarlet Witch, and Thanos action figures that are exclusive to the Disney Store for Thanos and Toys R Us for the Vision and Scarlet Witch.
Maybe we'll do a menu and you want to make penguins next time.
We can do it right now.
Can I also show them?
Sure, if you can. Why don't you let me move my stuff out of the way, and you can tell them whatever you want, within reason. Wow, it does fit in front of the thing. It's very Adventure Time.
So, I did this because I had an idea from a YouTuber named LD Shadow Lady, and since she did it on a series called Little Girl Apps, which was a series that I really liked that I've been watching lately. So I got this idea from her, and it's called, and just in case you want to go, it's at I think how you pronounce it is
Pokey.com?
Yeah, Pokey.
Adventure Time Princess Maker? Yes.
But, so you would go to the princess category because you have to scroll all the way down, and then you go to the princess, you would go to princess category and the girl games, and then you would find Adventure Time Princess Maker, and that's how I found it.
She's been waiting almost 30 minutes to show you all that, so yeah.
And that was the character that I created. Now it's time for my interview on Podcast.
What? There's more?
Yes.
Better hurry.
There will never be an end to this video.
The penguins are back.
Penguins. Okay. So this was the first one that I got, which was Katie. And she is a McDonald's stuffed animal that I got when it was my grandma's birthday. And since I'm picky, I didn't eat what they had, so my dad got me a Happy Meal. And then I got this toy, which was the penguin, and it's a little bit slobbery because there's a dog there, and he thought it was his chew toy.
Cinnamon?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon who?
Cinnamon. That's how I pronounce it. Don't judge me.
Is there another penguin?
Yes. This one was one that I think I got on Kinder from Jump Rope for Heart. And my teacher, Miss Murray, she gave it to me because she just thought that I was really good at PE. So it was on a necklace, and then I took it off that necklace. So I had to be like, and then I took it off finally. And yeah, that's how I got it.
How tall are they?
Let's measure this one. It looks like he's about like
2 inches?
Yeah, 2 inches.
And the other one?
And this one is his big sister, which is about
4 inches?
4 inches.
What's the articulation like on those?
They don't really have any, but this one can move its rings, kind of.
That's some pretty good articulation.
But this one doesn't really have any. Except just a little bit because he's a little bit squishy. He's a water toy.
Penguins.
Penguins.
All right.
This one's name is Vera, inspired one of my friends.
It's very nice.
Because she's one of my friends.
Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Subscribe, like, and comment below. If I should review my tiger family next.
Oh, you do the tiger family next time? It sounds fantastic.
Or I might do a turtle family if I find my turtle's baby.
Well, this has been a look at the new Marvel Legends of Scarlet Witch 2-pack and
Thanos.
the Thanos Disney Store exclusive and penguins.
Meow.
All right.
And my Adventure Time / Kitty Cat character on my laptop, which is by Microsoft.
You trying to get some plugs in?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Wait, someone just joined and we just ended it?
It'll be up for 24 hours. They'll have a chance.
Wait, it won't be up tomorrow?